Hi guys, welcome to episode 16 of Mandy Pinecone Crafts. Today is Monday, May 30th, Memorial Day here in the States. So I'd like to do a shout out to any military families that have lost loved ones. I've got a bunch of family members who are in the military or have been. So it's nice to take time out of your busy weekend to just remember it's not just a day off of work. There is a reason for it. I'm Amanda, your host. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Mandy Pinecone. You can also find the group under Mandy Pinecone Crafts on Ravelry. There's a giveaway going on in the group right now for a bag made by me. The prompt is in the thread. I'm going to keep that open until I record next time. And there's also a welcome thread, so if you go in there and say hello, I will say hello on the podcast. We had 2 people post in the welcome thread this week. The first is Janae Renee 73, which is Janine from North Carolina, so welcome. And then UC Socks is an older knitter, and welcome. I'm glad you both enjoyed the podcast. I'm hoping to get back on a normal 2-week schedule instead of just random 2-3 weeks. That way I can, as the summer goes on, I can try to keep it a little more uniform. As the summer picks up between now and like 4th of July, I do end up spending a little more time at work I try not to go in on days off, but I will pick up hours before and after, depending on how I feel and what time I've got to be in. Because I can go my schedule is very random, or not random, it's not always predictable. I've got set days off, but my hours, depending on who else is in and what they're working, change day to day. So yeah, that's something. So yeah, I'm drinking David's tea in the Tasty Peach. It's one of their peach flavors I picked up when I was in David's last week, because I had to pick up reusable tea bags to send in some packages that I was sending with Jessica Serenova up to Canada when she went to visit this past weekend. Which it tastes really good. It has a nice peach flavor. It's one of their herbal ones. I've actually brewed it like 2 or 3 hours ago and let it actually cool down, because I don't like my teas really hot or with ice. I'm weird. So I'm going to title this episode The Sock Explosion. My only stash this week was 2 sets of DPNs that I picked up because I might have cast on a bunch more socks. So let's get started. The first that's living in my bird leg bags cube is it is out of Cuppy Cake Yarns, Facing Fate. Oh. It is on her Yummy base. This was month 2 of this last round of Disney, her Stripe Club. It is the 2 Whit Lane Highway Rage socks by by Sarah Stevens. It looks like this. I cast these on because Sarah, the Canadian knitter, was talking about how she had No Maker's 90 or 66 mile per hour yarn and wanted to do this pattern but couldn't figure out the middle stitch. So I got the pattern and took a look at the middle stitch and figured out how to do it, and then sent her a video of me doing it so I could help her. I'm doing the 64 stitch count. So it's got the center stitch, and then I've got 3 slip stitches. These are my size 0 Hayahayas, I think. Yeah, because these are these 32-inch cable. Yeah, these are my size 0s. So I cast those on, I think, last Monday. So I've worked on this, and then because it's 2-lane highway rage, here are 2-lane. The most rage you get is because you're following a tractor. So my Progress Keeper, which is by Vintage Rose, is a little tractor. So I'm gonna move that up. But yeah, that's the ball, and that's a really fun pattern. This has actually a label on the inside. Let's see if I can see it. Bird leg bags. My only issue with her bags is that I can see actually the raw seams, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I actually like the size of this bag for socks. And it came with a little heart zipper pull. So there's the first set of socks. The next sock's living in a Halloween bag that I made last year is my Cupcake Yarns Beetlejuice. This is on her sprinkle space, which is 75% nylon, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. I've got a repeat and a color, not a repeat, a line and a half done. These are my size 1s, which is a US 1s, which is a 2.25, and the 0s are 2mm. I think these are my 1s. Yes, these are my 1s, and these are Addy Sock Rockets with a 24-inch cable. I like to magic loop on a 24-inch cable versus something larger because I hate playing with the cable. And then this is the ball. It's starting to fall apart. I've got to fix it at some point. And the Progress Keeper on this is just a pine cone that I found at Joann's and made into a Progress Keeper. The next one living in a Tangled Skein CA bag, the Lovely Sue of the Two Tangled Skeins podcast, is my Lollipop Yarns in the I'm Yours color. I was able to stalk Lynn's, also of the Two Tangled Skein Toll Babies Ravelry Traded, and find out what the color is because she sent it to me in a swap. And the Progress Keeper on this is a heart by Andrea the Cat Lady. These are Addy lace and also a 24-inch cable. And I'm doing a plain vanilla socks using 54 stitches. These are size US 1.5, 2.5mm. The bow. This is the Beefcake base. There are those. So I've got a good bit on these. I'm trying to put a couple of rows in every pair of the when I sit down, or every other day or every day, depending on if I'm off or if I'm home. The next one is a new cast on. It is, again, Cupcake Yarns in the Bippity Boppity Boo on the Sprinkles base. I've got the toe done and then started on the pattern. I am doing the vanilla bean stripe socks, so you just do, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by Emily O'Grady. So it's just a simple, every time your stripes change, you just do a little patterning. This is also another Vintage Rose Progress Keeper, which is Cinderella, Cinderella. And that lives in a tangled skein CA bag, which is the Cotton Candy Sheep, and it has a lovely pink on the inside. And these are my other size 1 Addy sock rockets. Penguin Bling Your String bag. This one does have the label. I've got some Lorna's laces. Oops, that's upside down. In the Clara's Garden colorway, which is this lovely pink. Oh, it's blowing it out. Pink and yellow, which is going to end up being Hermione's Everyday Socks. You saw this last time, and I bent the needle. I actually ripped out the toe I had done in this color and cast on a set of baby socks. Finished those, mailed them off. I actually don't have them. They should be almost to their recipient. So I recast on the toe yesterday. So these are going to be Hermione's Everyday Socks. These are on Addy lace size 0s, which they are bent right now, so I'm trying to unbend them. That works. I'll fix it later. And these are on a 24-inch cable, I think, or 32. Those are size, 0s, 2 millimeters. Like I said, it's been a sock explosion. Living in a Stitched Together 4G bag by the lovely Amanda of the Stitching You and More podcast is my Vintage Rose, Norwegian Rose socks by Wendy Johnson out of her Toe Up for Everybody sock book. I've got the Kindle version, and it comes with downloadable PDF, so you can actually print out the pattern, the chart if you needed it. So I've got the pattern on the iPad. I'm doing the 66 count. These are Knit Pick size 1s, and then when I get to the color work, I'll switch up to size 2s. So this is Knit Picks Summer Bloom Tonal. It's their stroll base. And then the color work is going to be done in this Fiber Stash in the Lavender Fields. Last time I showed it was a couple weeks ago. I had actually cast on, got halfway through a pattern repeat, was a little bit too tight for my liking on my sock, my feet, so I ripped it out and recast on the toe this morning. The Progress Keeper on this one is a Rose Project Keeper from, again, Vintage Rose. So there's that. And another Bling Your String bag. on size 1, or these are my Zero Sock Rockets, is a test knit I'm doing for Jessica Serenova. It's a lovely lace pattern. When you guys saw it last time I was down here, this is a progress keeper that I made myself. I picked up the jewel bead and stuff when Jen of Uncreative Crafter was visiting about a month and a half ago, and I'd like to wish Miss Jen a wonderful 30th birthday. She is enjoying a lovely trip, so hopefully she has a good time. And this is knit out of another Knit Pick Stroll. This one is the seashell color. And another stitch together 4G. This is Fun Little Owls. Is some cupcake yarns on her Yummy base in the Mayflowers. She wrote it actually wrong on the label, so I had to fix it. Which is this lovely, ooh, that's actually showing up really good. It's washing out the blue a little bit, but not much. This neon. I am knitting the Vanilla Latte. I am using, this is one of my 2 stash purchases. These are carbon size zeros. I've got the cuff done, and I think I've got 2 rows of the patterning done, and then the Progress Keeper is another vintage rose one. The needle keeper for this is one I've made that has little orange pandas on it because it's living in a Mamanda panda bag, so it has to have pandas. The last pair of socks, which is in a Stitched by Jessalou bag. I picked this up this one I bought at not last Christmas, the Christmas before. It's got gnomes and pine cones. I bought it because the pine cones. In here is just a sock blank that I got when they were doing Get Your Yarn Wish Granted on Instagram. So it's Flat Feet by Conjoined Creations. It's got 2 identical pieces. I'm not really doing a pattern on them. I'm actually going to purl every time I get to the purple stitches, just randomly up the leg so it doesn't make sense. But I want to see how that looks. These are on size 1 Hiya Sharps, and I think they're an 8-inch. I need to make a DPN holder for it. And the Progress Keeper for this is the a gnome from Vintage Rose. And yeah, I've got hair everywhere, but that's what I get for having long hair. I've got the toe just done on it. I did the toe on a different pair of size ones and then just switched it over the GPNs because I tried starting the toe and the DPNs, could not do it. So there's that. That I cast on Saturday night. I was sitting here, I think I cast this one on the Bippity Boppity Boo and the Loner's Laces all on Saturday night. Friday night I cast on the Mayflowers. So there's that, and then last Monday I cast on the Tempting Fate. So in my princess bag for my friend Brandy is my Mama Vertebrae by Kelly Broker. I've put on maybe an inch and a half since you guys last saw it. It's made out of, these are my size 2.5, which is a US 3mm, or it's a 3mm. The stitch markers I have on here is Vintage Rose, and the yarn is No Maker's House Gnome in the Winter Wonderland color, and then is one skein. And then I also bought a doppelganger set, which has a big skein of the Winter Wonderland, and then a 300-yard skein of the Street Snow, which is this lovely gray. And then that's the Winter Wonderland. And I got that Christmas of 2014, right before that, because these were born, November of 2014. So that's all I'm knitting on. And like I said, my only stash I had was the 2 things of DPMs, because I normally magic loop my socks on 24-inch DPMs, or not 24-inch DPMs, circulars. I like that I don't have too much cable management, the cable's not twisting around each other. So I'd gone into my local yarn shop, which is one of them is Must Love Yarn. They've just started carrying, so if you're the Galloping Jester, which I showed last week that I got, I got a pink and neon green skein at New Hampshire Sheep and Wool. So they're starting to carry it there, but they also carry Fiber Stash. They carry, that's where I got my white birch. Nothing says screw you like a rainbow. So they have a lot of, I got a Wonderland yarn, my Wonderland yarn I picked up there. So they carry a lot of my local dyers that are local to me, which is nice. There's, in about half, actually I would say an hour of me, I have 5 yarn shops. It all depends on what I'm looking for, which one I end up at. Most of the time it's Must Love Yarn, because it's maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles from my work. So Michael is the Gay Knitter the host of the Gay Knitter podcast. We'll run there on lunch breaks, or after work if we need something, or just want to get out of the building. There's that. I sent the fingerless mitts that I finished last week to my friend Brandy for her daughter Letty. Letty made my day on Saturday when she got them. I was able to video chat with her so she could open her package. I think she was more excited about the stickers that went with the package than she was the mitts, but they fit, which made me happy, and there's actually room to grow. So that was a good end to start of my weekend, because work was crazy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's actually our busiest weekend for the store, so it was all hands on deck. So it was a lot of people, and so it's nice today to sit down, relax, do a little bit of adulting, but not much. So I hope everybody has a good 2 weeks. I will see you probably the second week in not November, June. Bye.